learning to embrace change in my 20s has been an up and down roller coaster for me, because I'm a person who has naturally excelled at life and a person who, stuck to a plan, and I've always excelled at that plan. In your 20s, if it's not anything, you need to learn how to embrace change, because there's going to be ebbs and flows. There's going to be things that don't work out. There's going to be things that work out. It's so much changing, and I think it's because you're building a foundation, and it's no longer the same foundation as what you thought it was in your teenager years, or in your early adulthood, like 19 or 20 or whatever. Somewhere around 23, 24, things just was like, whoa, this is getting serious. And I think it's the slap of adulthood is what I like to call it. And you have to be prepared for things not exactly looking how you thought it was gonna look, right? If you would have asked me when I was like 21, or like maybe even 2019, I would have told you that I probably would have been married by now. I probably would have been in a certain career right now, but I'm not. And learning to accept that and to embrace the fact that I'm not where I thought I was going to be, or where I pictured, and things aren't going exactly to plan as I thought they were going to be, listen, has been so difficult. Sorry to keep my fan on. Has been very difficult. And how I've been coping with it is just kind of like going with the flow, but being very intentional. So like, it's okay if I want to change careers. If I wake up and be like, I want to try something different, just going with the flow of that, and not fighting it and be like, you said you were going to do this, because none of that, none of this has to go by plan, right? And I feel like those nudges to do something differently are just God telling you, okay, go here, go do this. And it just brings you closer and closer to where you're exactly supposed to be. And that is how you truly embrace what's going on. You go with the flow, but don't be so like chained to your plan, right? Still be intentional, still, have grit, and be calculated in your moves, but like, you don't have to be tied down to one career. You don't have to be tied down to one certain image of yourself or one certain brand. Embracing that change, like, it's better to learn how to do it now than to be in your 30s and crumbling and whatever, because life isn't looking, what I'm saying? So just how you want it to look. So just go with the ebbs and flows of life, and let it take you wherever it's supposed to take you. We all figuring this shit out.